Have you ever said, yeah, sure, and instantly felt your stomach drop? Like, your mouth agreed, but your brain was already screaming, why did I just do that? Here's the part most people miss. That moment isn't because you're bad at boundaries. It's not because you're too nice. And it's definitely not because you're weak. It's because you've been operating under a rule you never consciously agreed to. A rule that says, I don't get to say no. And if that sounds dramatic, let me hit you with this. Every time you say yes when you don't want to, you're not just giving up time. You're training people on how much access they get to your life. Most people don't realize this until they're exhausted, resentful, and wondering why everyone else's needs seem to come before their own. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why saying no isn't selfish, why it actually makes people respect you more, and the exact way to do it without burning bridges or feeling guilty. And once you see this, you'll start noticing how often you've been paying a price you never agreed to. Section 1. The real cost of yes. Think about the last time you agreed to something you didn't want to do. Not the time you wanted to help, the time you felt trapped into helping. Maybe it was a coworker, a family obligation, a quick favor. You told yourself, it's only a couple of hours. But that's not what it really cost you. Because when you say yes against your will, you don't just lose time. You lose emotional bandwidth. You replay it in your head. You dread it before it happens. You resent it while you're there. And sometimes, you're still annoyed days later. That one yes steals peace from your past, present, and future. And here's the part nobody talks about. Your brain keeps score. Every reluctant yes adds to an invisible debt. And eventually, that debt gets collected. In burnout, in quiet resentment, in relationships that feel heavier than they should. This isn't a time management problem, it's a self-preservation problem. Section 2. The permission paradox. Look at the most respected person you know, the one whose time feels valuable, the one people don't casually waste. They don't say yes to everything. In fact, they're known for saying no. But here's the twist. They didn't become important and then start saying no. They became important because they learned how. This is the permission paradox. The more often you say no, the more weight your yes carries. People don't respect you for being endlessly available. They respect you for being selective. Your problem isn't that you don't know how to say no. It's that you don't feel like you're allowed to. So let's fix that. Section 3. The bridge method. Most people think saying no burns bridges. That's only true if you do it wrong. Here's a better way. I call it the bridge method. It has 3 parts. First, acknowledgement. Second, reality. Third, the door. Here's what it sounds like. I really appreciate you thinking of me for this. Right now I'm focused on finishing something important, but I'd be happy to help in a smaller way or point you to someone who can. Notice what didn't happen. No apology spiral. No over-explaining. No resentment. You didn't burn the bridge. You reinforced it. Section 4. The guilt illusion. Here's a truth most people never hear. Every time you say yes when you want to say no, you're being dishonest. Twice. You're lying to yourself about your capacity, and you're lying to them about your willingness. Ask yourself this. Is it really kinder to agree resentfully than to decline respectfully? Guilt feels noble, but it's not. It's just fear wearing a nicer outfit. Section 5. Real-world scenarios. The boss's quick request. Instead of instantly agreeing, say this. I want to give this the attention it deserves. Right now I'm focused on the priority you assigned earlier. Should I pause that to work on this? You didn't say no. You turned it into a priority conversation. The family guilt trip. We always do it this way. Response. I love our traditions, they matter to me. This year we need to balance things differently. Could we adjust and make it work for everyone? Firm, warm, clear. Section 6. The emergency protocol. Here's where most people collapse. I know it's last minute, but new rule. Never respond immediately. Pause. Then ask one powerful question. What would you do if I wasn't available? Finally, make a limited offer. I can give you 15 minutes to think this through, but I can't take this on. You stayed helpful, without becoming the solution. Section 7. The Success Filter. Every major success story hides a ruthless no list. Steve Jobs didn't win by saying yes to everything. He won by saying no to almost everything. And here's the part most people miss. It's not just about saying no to bad opportunities. It's about saying no to good ones that distract you from great ones. New rule. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. Section 8. The Transformation. Week 1. You'll feel guilty. That's your brain breaking an old pattern. Week 2. Something strange happens. People start respecting your time more. Week 3. You get energy back, clarity back, focus back. And your yeses? They start changing your life. Here's the truth I want you to remember. Saying no isn't about being unavailable. It's about being intentionally available. Your no creates space for better opportunities. Your boundaries give others room to grow. And every no to what drains you is a yes to what actually matters. So starting today, give yourself permission. Permission to say no. Permission to set boundaries. Permission to choose yourself. Because the world doesn't need another exhausted yes. It needs what only your best self can give. In the next 24 hours, someone will ask you for something you'd normally agree to without thinking. When that moment comes, pause and ask yourself, if I had to do this right now, would I be excited? If the answer is no, use what you learned. And when it works, come back and share what happened. Because every boundary you claim gives someone else permission to claim theirs. I'll see you in the next one.